should know you're beautiful just the way you are. Note from Cosmo to women, guess what? Skeleton is the new gorgeous. You'll never be beautiful unless you're only skin and bone. Oh, and hair and nail products are now only $100, so don't wait. They're on sale now. When I was a little girl and Mom read me stories before bed, Mom always wanted to read a story about a little girl with the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. The monster inside your head is smiling as he soaks in the moonlight of your mind. Hello, my darling. I'm Ed, your body acceptance friend. They call me a monster. He pulls out your greatest nightmare and holds it victorious. This is how you lose, everyone. According to a study published in the Science Daily, more than 1 in 5 women said that they would be willing to give up a year or more of their life in exchange for the ideal body. Media has programmed us to believe that thinness is a guaranteed path to happiness and success. Besides the media, there are other factors that contribute to body insecurities, including conflicting cultural identities and an individual's inherent tendencies. In this melting pot called America, we are then one trigger point away from extreme behaviors like eating disorders. That trigger point could be parental divorce, a death in the family, or even devastatingly traumatic events like the pandemic or school shootings. So, through the poetry, Wild Embers by Nikita Gill and Notes to Beauty by Alana Peterson and Carmela Baltazari. The prose, Goodbye Ed and Hello Me by Jenny Schaefer, Good Enough and You Are Enough by Jen Petro Roy, as well as Brave Girl Eating by Harriet Brown. The song, Scars to Your Beautiful by Alicia Cara, along with articles from the National Institute of Health and the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa. Elusive Beauty, a program. Because the ideal body is not worth giving up your life for. 6 months ago, I barely knew what anorexia was. 6 months ago, my daughter was a straight-A student and a competitive gymnast. I don't understand why she can't pick up a fork and eat the way she used to. Why she is suddenly obsessed with calories and getting fat. Close your eyes and imagine that you're standing in a bakery and you're hungry. No, you're starving. How long has it been since you've tasted bread? A month? A year? And though your stomach grinds against your backbone and your cheeks are hollow, you can't eat. You want to. You have to. But your fear is greater than your hunger. I have anorexia. That's weird to write. I've never thought about it like that before, but that's what Mom says I have. Anorexia nervosa. They wrote it in red pen at the top of my file. I don't feel like I have a disease. A week before her diagnosis, during the time I knew something was wrong, yet didn't understand what, we'd gone out to a restaurant. We had to send the waiter away 3 times because she was negotiating, in a tone of rising hysteria, what she would order. You love mussels, order that. Or the carbonara, remember how much you used to love the carbonara? The more we pushed, the more frantic she became. Right now, the devil is pointing his pitchfork into my shoulder. He's whispering that I don't need food. I'm stronger than my body, prettier than anyone else, I listen to the devil every time. Don't eat breakfast today. I knew it was Ed's voice, but he sounded so nice. Not eating made you feel better yesterday. It made you forget. Remember how restricting made you feel? You can feel like that again if you listen to me. A well-known study conducted in the Fiji Islands delves into negotiating body image and identity during rapid social change. Prior to 1995, there was no talk of dieting or calories. In 1995, American television was introduced, with images of thin American women. After just 3 years, dieting had become popular, with 11% of Fijian girls vomiting to control their weight. Note to media, you act and you judge me by just what you see. I have worked long and hard for you, so let me be. Let me be who I am. You don't want to be a failure. I'm not a failure. Resisting my urge to exercise is victory. Doing nothing when you could be doing crunches is a failure too. Genes load the gun, but the environment pulls the trigger. Personality traits like anxiety, compulsivity, and perfectionism are loading the gun. The trigger is living in a culture that puts too much focus on the ideal of thinness. The media has taught us that to be thin is to be smart, happy, and successful. She has dreams to be an envy, so she's starving, Cover girls eat nothing. You're so gross. You've been eating so much. You're going to get huge. It's okay to be bigger. I'm getting happier, too. No! You have to fix yourself. You're weak. You're not skinny anymore. Why won't you just eat? I don't understand. You're a smart girl. You know you have to eat. The look that passed across her face was nothing I recognized. It was the look of a cornered animal. There's something fangs and claws and wild hair. A mask of fury over her terribly sad eyes. Eating disorders affect nearly 1 in 10 people worldwide. About 26% of people with eating disorders attempt suicide, resulting in over 10,200 deaths a year. It snarls at you in the grocery aisle. It sneers at you when you drive. It follows you from place to place, making you wish you weren't alive. This terrible thing, this broken thing tells you you belong to it. This miserable thing, this despicable thing tells you you can't survive without it. The more you try to block it out, the louder it becomes until it's screaming in your ear. You're fat, you're a pig, no one has loved you and no one ever will. You don't deserve to be loved, you don't deserve to live. I don't always say that I'm recovered. I more often say that I'm forever recovering. Because life is hard. Body acceptance is hard. So I'm going to shine my light. Take up space. Because I am beautiful. There's a hope that's where